Hello, Kendall from Reddit Whiskey with a recap of my second attack from this war, and as you can see, I was unsuccessful getting the 3-star, and I think I had a good plan. Executionally, though, you'll see I made some major mistakes. So, looking at this base, obviously this base takes up the entire frame of the potential layout. But when you're really laying down where there potentially could be double giant bombs, there's quite a few different areas, but not a whole lot of them make sense. So you could have had them long ways here and here. But, long ways double giant bombs aren't a threat because if my hogs, well, number one, if they were kind of pathing through here, they would go from here to here and then up, so they would avoid that. These aren't really a threat, but even if these defenses hadn't gone through and the hogs pathed over directly like this, they would have been out of range of the second one. By the time that they stop over here, they would have been out of range of this first one they popped by the time the second one went off. So, just simply having a heel down, I would have gotten through that. So those really aren't a threat there. There potentially could have been some here, but same thing. There's nothing to cause my hogs to path over them, so I could have just avoided them. The one place, though, that it looked like it made sense was there was either going to be a double giant bomb set here or a double giant bomb set here. And the way that's pathed out, there couldn't have been a set each because it would have kind of overlapped. You'd have gotten this corner, so there wouldn't have been enough room for two. So either a set here or a set here. And then my other guess was there just had to be singles elsewhere. I mean, there's a lot of different places for singles. I kind of guessed there was going to be quad Teslas in the core. So, that was the plan. Ultimately, I've got to remove this double giant bomb threat. And because of where the Archer Queen was, it would have been a little bit more difficult. I probably could have pathed the Golem up this direction, but I might have missed this set over here. So I decided that what I was going to do on the pull, I was going to go ahead and remove these 4 defenses, therefore removing this double giant bomb set, because once these 4 are gone, if I've got hogs that are kind of, I'll draw it out, if I have hogs that are kind of pathing this direction, if they don't ever have to jump down to the mortar, they're going to go straight over this way. Now, they might trigger one of those 2 double giant bombs, but they won't get both of them. So a simple heal takes care of that. So, my plan was I was going to send in a single giant here and a single giant here. And then I was going to follow that up with 2 balloons here and 2 balloons here. The balloons would take that out. Once the balloons were kind of in range of the cannon, then I was going to follow up and I was going to send 3 hogs here and 3 hogs here. So what I was going to get, and where the hogs were going to take out these defenses, this defense, the balloons, and then everything was going to path up to this cannon and should take it out. And hopefully I was going to have a hog that pathed up and straight up and either popped giant bombs on one side. The other side of that too is that was going to get me my full clan castle pull. So a lot of troops at the very beginning for only 4 defenses, but well worth it because I was going to remove the only double giant bomb threats that were in the base. From there, I've got this nice army camp over here with nothing around it. So I was going to do my kill squad over there. Just anchor with 1 archer and then barbarians, witches, normal thing there. From there, I was going to send a golem in this direction. I was going to break the trash ring here. I wasn't worried about breaking it really on this side. I think I threw a wizard up here just because these weren't going down as fast as I wanted. But basically, I wanted to break the trash ring there and there. I was going to then send in my wall breakers. And I wanted to send them over here. Remember, all these defenses were dead, so I didn't have to worry about them as a threat to my wall breakers. But this wizard tower over here is still a big threat. So golem was going to be tanking here. Wizard tower would be shooting at the golem. So I was concerned about trying to send them in this direction and them hitting. So I wanted to drop them on this side so that they were safe. Go ahead and get I think I sent 4 wall breakers in to get that wall in, just in case an expo kind of shot at one, or maybe this archer tower. I want to make sure they got through there. And then once the golem was going in and the golem was kind of sitting on this cannon, then the wizard tower's shooting this way, so then I can sneak 4 more wall breakers in right there. That didn't go quite as planned, but that was the idea. I went ahead, though, because I was concerned about this, and also I wanted, in case there were quad Teslas here, I wanted to get my golem in the core to kind of tank for me. I did go ahead and bring a jump spell, And the goal was then, once I sent my Barbarian King in, as she was going after the Archer Queen, I was going to go ahead and jump a jump spell there, just to get everything into the core to tank for me. From there, it was going to be the hog drop, and it was going to be just a 2-finger hog drop. I was just going to send them in this way and this way, with the idea that they would kind of path, around this direction. I was going to need a heal. I was hopefully going to be able to hold off on this first heal, because my golem would be tanking for the expo, but I was probably going to need a heal here. Remember, I've only got 3 left because I had to use a jump spell. A heal there, potentially a heal there, and then maybe last heal there. So that was kind of my idea. You're going to see things don't go quite as planned. I had a couple wizards I was going to drop at the back to clean up, but we will jump to the replay, and I'll show you what went well and what went wrong, and I'm going to guess you guys are going to spot pretty quickly what I did that was really stupid. So giants go down. That works really well. 2 balloons go down. You're going to see once they get kind of close to the cannon, I then send the 3 hogs in on both sides. Cannon goes down. Wizard tower, archer tower go down. I was potentially just a tad, I don't know if I was early or late with the hogs, but neither there. The mortar goes down. I don't pop giant bombs over here, so my guess is the set has to be on this direction. So kind of normal deal here. I didn't have to wait. Sometimes if there were defenses close and I was concerned about buildings going down quickly before the kill squad had a chance to get pathed over, then I would wait on my witches. Because I've got a whole lot of buildings here that are going to be protecting my kill squad before they get in range of these defenses, I can go ahead and get the witches down early. But so witches are down early. Go ahead and get the archer queen down, followed by 2 wizards. And then I've got a couple barbarians, I think, that I kind of path in here just to kind of hold everything through. But, everything's working well now. I did drop the wizard up there, break the trash ring. Had a wizard down here breaking the trash ring. Get my golem in, followed by the wall breakers. Bust it in. And then I dropped these 4 wall breakers. And watch this. I actually learned something new. I didn't realize one single little bomb can blow up wall breakers. And I actually looked. Wall breakers have, I think, 42 or 41 health, and these bombs do 41 or 42 health. So that kept me from getting in, which now I know I'm in trouble. So I'm going to have to use my jump spell to just get the Barbarian King to the Archer Queen. So, that's the plan there. I'm already running a little late. You usually want to have your hogs down while there's 2 minutes into the raid. And this has taken me a little longer than I wanted because of the pull. But get the jump spell, Barbarian King jumps over, and I go ahead and send my hogs in. And I probably should have waited just a little bit longer, because what you're going to see is I had kind of planned on these defenses being dead, and therefore my hogs would have pathed around the outside. But because I sent the hogs a little earlier before the Archer Queen was dead, this cannon was still up, so I get a split on my hogs. So that was a bad idea on the pathing. Plus the Teslas weren't where I expected. There was a Tesla here instead of having them surrounding the corners. So it looks like there wasn't any Teslas up there at all. But I get a big group of hogs that kind of go down, and I'm not prepared. I just don't have enough heals to try to heal 2 groups. So unfortunately, I have to sacrifice almost all of these heals down here to keep these hogs up here alive, because that's my bigger of the 2 groups. They're kind of going through. I had to throw another heal there because of the Tesla and the point defenses and the Expo shooting at him, which means I'm going to have to use my kind of final heal right here. But I've gone ahead. I've got a couple extra wizards. I throw a wizard up here to kind of help the Archer Queen out, and end up, I think, throwing a wizard down here at the bottom here in a second. But get my other healed in, so we get all of these defenses taken out. My Barbarian King was beating on a wall for some reason. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching what was going on there. But I'm running a little low on heals, and right now I am out of heals, and there's a lot of point defenses still up, and my hogs are coming low on health. Had they jumped off and taken out that Tesla, this would have been completely different, but they didn't. So I lose all my hogs to there, and these 2 wizards that I kind of dropped at the bottom to help with cleanup are about to get taken out by this cannon. So I'm losing that. But here's the big mistake. I had 3 barbarians, and because my scroll bar, my iPad was scrolled over so far, I didn't see I still had 3 barbarians left. Right now I'm realizing I've got 30 seconds left. This is most likely going to be a 2-star. So I'm feeling a little better, though. I got a witch coming through here. I got the barbarian coming through. Maybe I'm going to get this in. That witch spawns those skellies. This giant bomb goes up. She's in range, blows her up. So now I don't have the witch to help me get these taken out. So I still have these barbarians, though I never realized I had them. I could have dropped them while the barbarian king, I'm sorry, while the cannon was shooting up there, taking out these defenses a little faster. Goes down. Watch how close this is. 4, 3, 2, 1. If my archer queen had walked a little farther to shoot at it, it was a split second. But again, executionally, I left 3 barbarians that I never used. That was just a mistake on my part. So, overall, I was pretty happy with the raid. I made a couple mistakes. I went too early with the hogs because I was concerned about time. Maybe I should have never. I didn't realize that single bomb was going to blow up my wall breakers. That kind of threw everything off. But other than that, I was happy with it. I was really disappointed at the time because of the barbarians. That probably was enough to speed this up that I would have gotten the 3-star. But these things happen. 99% 2-stars. We all get them here and there. So I hope this helped. I hope there was at least some new information. Maybe you learned this potentially. I'm gonna adjust some of my base layouts in order to have some single bombs where I potentially can take out wall breakers. So I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thank you very much for watching.